the last album's called Greyhound for a reason. I got real, playing 7 nights a week in St. Louis for years and drinking a lot. My father worked at Anheuser-Busch for 40 years. We got 2 cases of beer a month free, So I grew up, drinking, and I got into drugs. And so the music after a while just didn't matter anymore. It was just partying, doing drugs and drinking and really getting out there. And so my career was never going anywhere because it was just party. And it got really, really bad. And eventually I ran away on a Greyhound bus. Went downtown, stole a credit card, got on the Greyhound bus, stole a guitar from my friend because I didn't own a guitar. Got on the Greyhound bus, went to Key West, Florida. Because if you're going to run away and try to battle drugs and alcohol, Key West, Florida is the best choice. It's the best place you go because they're all doing it, so there's no judgment. So if you're thinking about getting homeless, Key West. Plus, it's nice and warm, So I ended up in Key West, Florida, and it was terrible. I had left family behind, and so long story short, within 6 months, I just had to get out of there, and I got a job that moved me to Texas. And I don't know why they hired me because they didn't know I was a drug addict. That's why. And I moved to Texas, and I didn't keep the job long because they found out I was a drug addict. But I had met a girl in St. Louis who was from Nederland, Texas. And her mother was from the St. Louis area. And I met her years ago, and that last year before I ran away, she came back to visit her grandparents, and she gave me her phone number. If you're ever in Texas, give me a call. 409 area code. I thought, what? Where is that? I don't know what that is, And so when I moved to Texas, I looked her up and called her, and we started dating. And when I got fired, I gave her some bunk story about why, and she said, well, maybe you can move down here. And I moved down to Southeast Texas, and really bad drug addict, and tried to play some music, but it was bad. So I had to stop, and she was very supportive, and she helped me get help. And I got into a recovery program, and I don't think I could have done it without her. I mean, up till then, no one was really interested in they just thought I was a jerk, and she didn't for some reason. She believed in me, and so that's where I got clean and sober in Nederland, Texas, and that's why I live there now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, clap for the fine people in Nederland because they did more than I did. Trust me, I've had a lot of help. And that's really, that's these albums, were kind of leading up, trying to. Before, I didn't have a lot to write about, So I started writing about my experiences. And the last one being this Gone to Texas album, the song about, actually, I had this idea about kind of writing about Southeast Texas and about where I live now, because I've lived there about 11 years. And it's a really different, unique place. I mean, a lot of people live there, they're like, they don't think a lot of it because they've been there their whole life, But that's the way it is anywhere. Yeah. And I think it's really unique. The music is incredible. Yeah. So I was reading Texas history books, and I come up on a chapter called Gone to Texas. And that's, like a historical term. It's for people that used to run away from the colonies before Texas was part of the United States, and they would get in trouble. They would commit crimes or whatever, and they would run away to Texas to start over. So the United States would call that Gone to Texas. It was it was not a good thing. It was they ran off. They would stamp it on the house. If you ran off and you left your family behind, they would come in and paint GTT on the front of your house as a shame for everyone to know, you left. Wow. You ran away. And some of the most famous people in Texas history had gone to Texas, So I thought, wow, being as dramatic as I am, that's kind of what I did. I didn't fight at the Alamo, but, But I thought, well, that's a great title. I love history, Yeah. And Texas history is more interesting than the United States history. It's incredible, So I thought, well, this is a great idea. That was my idea for the song, and then the song kind of inspired the album to just kind of share my experience here in Southeast Texas as an outsider.
Yeah. Well, I'll say congratulations from me and probably everybody here on 10 years of sobriety. That's impressive.
Thank you.
And how about the song you were just talking about, Gone to Texas?
Texas, baby, got my guitar by my side. Well, I've gone to Texas, baby, got this guitar by my side. I'm gonna find me a woman, you know I'm gonna make her mine. Well, I've gone to Texas, baby, I'm gonna start my life again. Well, I've gone to Texas, baby, I'm gonna start my life again. I'm gonna get down in the Lone Star, baby, wash away my sins. And just like Travis come before me, down to the Gulf of Mexico. New Spain gonna blood in my horizon, my soul. Well, I've gone to Texas, baby. Well, I've gone to Texas, baby. Yeah, one step at a time. My eyes have seen the glory, baby, one step at a time. I found a little hope in redemption and a sky as big as God. Well, I've gone to Texas, baby, got this guitar by my side. Gone to Texas, baby, got this guitar by my side. And I found me a woman, yeah, you know I made her mine. I've gone to Texas, baby. Well, I've gone to Texas, baby. Thank you.
Yeah, very nice.